Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Amy Ralston. I'm excited to share just a really nice gentle evening of yoga with you. How's everyone doing? Good. All right. Well, today we're really just going to take it easy. I am set up near a wall. If you can set your mat up near a wall, that would be helpful. If you're not near a wall, that's totally okay. If anyone has any special requests or anything that they'd like to do, go ahead and let me know now. It's good to see everyone. So I'll give everyone just another minute or so. All right. Awesome. Well, again, I'm Amy. Thanks so much for being here. So let's get started. Again, we're just going to take it nice and easy tonight. I know that there's been a lot of really high energy yoga practices and workouts going on, and I've also really enjoyed doing them and teaching them. But it is also really important to take this time for ourselves and just to decompress. We all are dealing with lots of different things right now. So it's just always a great idea to just take some time on our mat, just to tune in, check in, and see how we're doing. Move, breathe, and see if we can kind of just work through some of the things that we're working through, and then also recharge, right? Kind of just re-energize, get ourselves, kind of in this really great place. So with that, let's begin. So we'll start on our mats. So if you just want to come to a nice, comfortable, cross-legged position, or you can sit up in Virasana. You notice I like to sit sometimes with my heels right underneath my hips. And so just kind of sitting up nice and tall, whichever feels good to you, especially if you've been sitting on a desk chair all day. Sometimes it just feels nice to sit on the ground. So draw the shoulders up by the ears back and just drop them down. And just bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Just take some nice, easy, deep breaths in and out. Breathing in through the nose, just slowing your breaths here. Just making your inhales the same length as your exhales. And just take this time to bring your awareness to your reason for being on your mat this evening. Maybe set your intention for your practice or dedicate your practice to someone or something. Just kind of envision yourself creating all of this healing energy through your practice tonight. We'll take one more deep breath in and exhale everything out. Just releasing any tension you may be holding. And softly blink your eyes open if they're closed and bring your hands to your knees. We'll take a big inhale, float the arms up, looking up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the sky, then draw the shoulders down the back. And then gently release, bring your left hand down to the ground, reach up through your right arm, slightly look up towards the elbow. This left elbow can be bent just slightly. Press your right hip down and reach through your right fingers. And then turn your palm away and press your arm towards your body. Take your left hand and just bring it to the side of your head. I'm just feeling a nice neck stretch here. You can kind of play with the tilt of the head. Just kind of find that spot. Maybe roll the shoulder down and back. Breathing into the side of the neck here. Just creating some space, bringing in some blood flow. And then use your hand to press your head back up to the center. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, floating the arms up. And interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the sky. Really imagine stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other as you lengthen here. And then bring your right hand down to the ground. Reach through the left arm. That left sit bone presses into the ground. Maybe start to look up towards your elbow. Breathing into the left side body. And then exhale, gently start to press that left hand down to the ground. Bring your right hand to your head. And gently just apply a little bit of pressure here. Playing with the tilt to the head, maybe rolling the shoulder back. And continuing with that soft breathing in and out through the nose. One more breath in. And then gently use your hand to press your head back up to the center. And then just bring your hands to the ground. We'll roll over our ankles and come on up into a tabletop position. So wrists are beneath the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. We'll move through some cat-cow. So drop the belly down. Inhale, lift the chin away from the heart. On your exhale, rounding through the spine. Draw the low belly in and up. Press the ground away with your hands. And just using your breath here to go from pose to pose. Just going at your own pace here. Just kind of noticing what it feels like to move your pelvis and move your spine. Maybe you start to move your hips from side to side. Anything that feels good. And then come back to the center. Just extend your right arm and your left leg. So the toes are going to point down, reach through the fingers, press through the heel. Just lengthening through the back side of the body. Gently draw the low belly in and up to support yourself here. Good. And then exhale, come to the ground and we'll switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Toes point down, reaching in opposite directions here. The gaze is soft. Good. And then gently come back to the ground. And from here, we'll thread the needle. So inhale, float your right arm up, looking up. And then exhale, bring the right arm underneath the left. Start to bring the cheek down to the ground. You can stay here or start to walk your left arm forward. Draw back through the hips. If you want even more of a stretch, you can take this left arm and wrap it behind you and reaching your left hand towards your right hip. And slowing your breathing. And then gently start to bring this left hand back to the ground and walk your left hand in and press yourself back up to the center. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, float that left arm up and exhale. Bring the left arm underneath the right. Your cheek to the ground. Start to walk your hand forward. Draw back through the hips, so either staying here or reaching that right arm up, over and behind your body. And then gently start to bring the right hand back to the ground. Walk your hand in. Press yourself up, and from here we're going to take our child pose. So bring your knees mat distance apart, big toes together, just sink your hips back, walk your hands forward. Just feel your forehead melting into the earth. And see if you can breathe into the back side of your body. Just kind of imagining your breath expanding in every direction. And then slowly start to walk your hands in. And we'll come up to downward facing dog. So just tuck the toes under, lift the sit bones up. And just start to pedal your feet out one at a time. Just stretching through the backs of the legs. Spread your fingers wide and really press your hands into the ground. And then from here, just walk your hands back towards your feet. And you can start to bend your knees if you need to. And we're going to come into an easy forward fold here. A nice ragdoll fold. You can keep your hands on the ground. You can clasp opposite elbows. But your head and your neck are completely relaxed here. And start to sway from side to side. Feeling the spine getting nice and long. The head is heavy. And then gently release your elbows. Place your left hand in front of your left foot. Bend your left knee deeply. Float this right arm up, looking up. Kind of widen through the collarbones here. Press the left hand down, reach up through your right hand. Getting this nice twist. And we'll exhale, bring the right hand down in front of the right foot. Bend your knee, use your inhale, float that left arm up, looking up. Full deep breathing here. Pressing through your right foot into the ground. And exhale, bring your left hand to the ground. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, lengthen, nice flat back. And we'll exhale, fold. And do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take your deepest forward fold of the evening here. And then rock back onto your heels, bend your knees, press through the heels, use your glutes to come all the way up to standing. And just come up to the top of the mat, big toes are together, heels are apart. Inhale, float the arms up, looking up. And we'll exhale, bend your elbows wide, 90 degrees here. We'll see if you can find a little bit of a back bend, really pressing up through the collarbones and the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good. And then we'll inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, just take an easy forward fold. We'll inhale, bring our hands to the shins, nice flat back. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Just step back to your plank. You can always come down onto your knees. And then lower all the way down to the ground. And bring your hands in by your ribs. We'll just come up for a low cobra. So inhale, your hands are really lightly resting on the ground. Use your back muscles to lift up. And we'll exhale, come down. And inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down. And then last one, inhaling up. And press back to downward facing dog. Take about 2 breaths here. And fingers are spread wide. Keep lifting the sit bones up. You can bend your knees here a little or a lot. Just Really want to get the back nice and flat. And from here we'll come into a low lunge. On your inhale, just step that right foot forward. Drop that left knee down, untuck the toes, and then sweep the arms up. So breathing here, pressing into the top of that left foot to take any pressure off the knee. Press through all four corners of the right foot. Lift the torso up out of the pelvis. Just let it feel good here. One more inhale, look up, and then exhale. Bring your right hand to the top of your thigh, left hand to the ground. Press your hand down, look over your shoulder, finding a twist. And then we'll look down, tuck the toes under, lift the leg, and float that right arm up. Deep breathing here, in and out. Good. And then gently bring your right hand down to the inside of your right foot. And we're going to heel toe this foot towards the outer edge of your mat. Toes are going to be at a 45-degree angle for our lizard pose. So you can stay here, maybe drop your knee down. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. So we're kind of looking for half of a squat shape here with our leg. And just breathing here, maybe you move from side to side just to kind of settle in and find that spot where you're feeling a strong stretch. About 2 more breaths here. And then slowly start to walk your hands in. Left hand comes to the ground. This right hand is going to come to your thigh. You're going to kind of rotate your foot so you're on the outer edge of your foot here. Use your hand to press your thigh away from your body and look over your shoulder. And then exhale, look down, bring your hands to the ground, tuck your left toes under, and just step back to downward facing dog. And take a deep breath in and exhale. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, untuck toes, sweeping the arms up. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, pressing into the top of that right foot. And just breathing here. Maybe you're noticing a stretch in your hip flexor. And just using your breath to create space. One more breath here to start to look up, lift the gaze, find that little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, left hand comes to the left thigh, right hand to the ground. Press your hand down, look over your shoulder, find your twist. Good. And then look down, tuck the right toes under, lift the leg, and float that left arm up, looking up, reaching up through the fingers and press back through that right heel. And smooth, deep breathing. And then gently bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Start to walk your left foot out to the edge of your mat. Turn your toes 45 degrees. Maybe come down onto the knee, maybe come down onto the forearms. Just kind of breathing here in our lizard pose. Maybe rock from side to side. Noticing how this side feels as compared to the other side. more breath here. And then slowly start to walk your hands in. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, left hand to your left thigh. Press your leg away from your body, look over your shoulder. And then gently come back down to the ground. Bring both hands to the ground. You gotta shift your hips back. And then we're gonna step back and come to either a plank and lower down, or you can just lower down from your knees. But we're gonna come all the way down onto our belly. Good. And then this time for locust pose, you're gonna bring your hands down by your hips with the backs of the hands pressing into the ground. You're going to use your inhale to lift the head, chest off the ground and float the legs up. Breathing here. Really using the strength of your back. Squeeze your ankles together, squeeze your knees. Maybe you're lifting your kneecaps and your quadriceps off the ground. And breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Come back down to the ground. Bring your hands up towards the front of your mats for Sphinx pose. So you want to come onto your forearms. Your fingers are spread wide. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. And then think about pressing your heart through your hands. Almost like you're using the tips of the fingers to kind of grip the mat. Press back through your elbows. Like you're trying to bring your elbows towards your ribs and your fingers towards your elbows. That heart is coming forward. Good. And gently come down to the ground and bring your hands in. We'll come up for a low cobra. And then exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a deep breath in and exhale. And then from here we're going to come into pigeon pose. So there's 2 different ways to do pigeon. The first one, you're going to take your right leg lifted high and then draw your right leg through so your knee lands behind the right wrist and your toes or your ankle are behind the left. Kind of looking for this 7 shape here. And then you're going to inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. So this is one option. The other variation would be to go ahead and do this pose lying down on your back. Kind of also known as the figure 4 stretch, where you bring your ankle to the top of your thigh and interlace your fingers behind your hamstring. So whichever pose you're in, just resting here. Just releasing all effort. And just breathing, letting the body just sinking down. We typically can hold tension in our hips. A lot of times if we are holding on to emotions, that's kind of where they end up. So I'm just kind of thinking about this pose as a nice release. And every inhale, you're bringing in healing light and energy. And on every exhale, you're letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Good. And then slowly start to walk your hands in and press yourself up. And we'll pause here in this extension. Just kind of inhale, press the heart forward. And then we'll go ahead and change sides. So coming back to your down dog, float the left leg up, and gently bring that left leg through. Get yourself all lined up here. Maybe walk that right foot back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Or again, just switching sides. And sometimes one side feels different than the other. So just because if you did pigeon on one side, you feel free to take this figure 4 stretch on the other if you feel like it's a better match for your body for tonight. staying with your breath, letting your breath really be your anchor to keep you in this present moment. Anytime you kind of feel your mind starts to wander or you get this feeling like you need to fidget or start to move, just come back to your breath. Let it ground you and bring you into this present moment. Slowly start to walk your hands in. Inhale, lifting up, press the heart forward, find this extension here. Good. And we'll exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Bring your feet hip distance apart, press down through the heels, press down through the tips of the fingers. Coming back into this neutral pose, maybe sway your hips from side to side. And then gently come down onto the ground. So we'll come down onto our knees and then come down onto our backs. So we're going to do a bridge pose here. So feet are flat on the ground. Walk your heels in towards the base of the spine. Turn the heels out, toes in. Press down through your heels, press down through your lower back, and slowly start to roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. You can press the backs of the arms into the ground or interlace your fingers behind your lower back, rolling the shoulders under. And soft, smooth breathing here. And then uninterlace your fingers and starting at the upper back, just start to roll your spine down one vertebrae at a time. And bring your feet mat distance apart. Then you start to windshield wiper out your legs. So drop your knees over to one side. Come back to the center and drop your knees over to the other side. And the next time your knees are on the left, go ahead and leave them there. Take your left ankle and bring it to the outside of the right knee. Press down and reach your arms up overhead. Good, and then gently release. We'll inhale back to the center. Exhale, knees come over to the right. Right ankle to the outside of the left knee. Press down. Reaching through the arms. Feeling the shoulders pressing into the ground. And we'll inhale, come back to the center. Go ahead and release the legs. And just hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And from here, extend your left leg long. And we're going to take a twist. So hug your right knee into your chest. You can use your left hand to draw your leg across your body. See if you can keep both of your shoulder blades on the ground as you turn your head and look towards your right arm. Just wringing out your body here. And then we'll inhale, come back to the center. And we're going to take half of a happy baby. So just use your right hand and take a hold of the outside of the right foot and start to work the top of the right thigh down to the ground. Or almost to like our lizard pose here, but lying down on our back. And then go ahead and release your foot and extend the right leg long. Hug your left knee in. Give it a nice squeeze. And then use your right arm to draw your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the ground. Start to turn your head and look towards your left hand. And just easy, soft, smooth breathing. And inhale, come back to the center. Take the half of a happy baby. So left hand comes to the outer edge of the foot. This right leg extends long and just working your top of your thigh towards the ground. So your knees just a little bit wider than your shoulder. And then go ahead and release your foot. And so now we're going to move into our final resting pose. So you have the option of just taking this lying down flat on your back, or if you are near a wall and you'd like to take legs up the wall, it's a really great pose. You want to get one of your hips as close to the wall as you can, and then you're going to lie straight back so your whole side of your body is against the wall, and then you're just going to turn yourself around. Because when we're in legs up the wall, we really want both of our sit bones to be touching the wall. And then just bring your arms out to the side. And breathing here. And however you're taking your final resting pose, just start to release all effort in the body. Just start to feel your body melting into the earth. And soften the eyes and release the jaw. Relax the back of the neck. Relax your shoulders and your chest. Relax your upper arms and your forearms. Relax your fingers and your thumbs. Relax your hips and your belly. Relax the quadriceps and hamstrings. Start to soften the backs of your knees. Relax your shins and your calves. Relaxing your toes. Just feeling these waves of relaxation just washing over your body as you rest here in Shavasana. Slowly start to awaken from your rest and start to make small movements, just bringing your awareness back to your body. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, and deepening your breath. Slowly start to bend your knees up one at a time and rolling over to your right side. Just just taking your time as you come out of your Shavasana and holding on to these peaceful feelings as long as we can. Press yourself up to a seated position. And keep your hands on your knees or bring your hands together at your heart. Just thank yourself for taking this time for you this evening. And bringing your awareness back to any intention or dedication you set for your practice. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for practicing with me this evening. So if you enjoyed the practice and you'd like to see more restorative and gentle programming from Run, please let us know. And if you have any other feedback or questions for me, again, let me know. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Awesome.